common question I get on here is, if you have an epidural but you need a stat C-section, will you get a spinal and the epidural will be stopped, or will the epidural be used for the C-section? Or option number 3, will you be put to sleep? That is a loaded question that's hard to answer on the internet, but here we go. I know I have a ton of, mamas on here on this app. These are all my personal views, my thoughts, my learning, my blah, 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 blah. That's for HR purposes. The CRNA that's covering OB when I'm doing a 24-hour shift. I'm the only anesthesia provider in-house, and it's my job to know every single mama that is laboring on the floor, whether you have an epidural or not. Looked at your blood values, I've looked at your allergies, I've looked at your history, and I see how many times you've had a baby or not a baby, or how many things you've had done in your life. I know you. Anyways, when I'm on call, then I look at all the mamas that are laboring on the floor. Labying. Oh, is that a Freudian slip? Reel it in, don't talk so fast. That answer is based on a million different things. How long has your epidural been in place for? Is it a great working epidural? And then what are the reasons for why we're going back for a C-section? Is it because baby is failing to progress but mama is okay? Or is it that baby is having heart decelerations and this is a true emergency and I need to puzzle all those pieces together literally in matters of seconds as I run up to your room? When I get that call, I'm considering things like, how long has your epidural been in place? Is it one-sided? Are there spotty spots when I assessed you when I first came on my shift, or looked up your chart when I first came on my shift? Has your epidural been in place for way too long and it's not reliable? Then I'm going to pull it and replace it, whether I'm going to either do a spinal in that moment or I'm going to put you all the way off to sleep. A ton of factors have to be decided and taken into consideration in matters of moments. One moment in time. Obviously, if you have a crappy epidural to begin with, but you're willing to push through labor like that, I'm going to be like, nope, not using that for a C-section, because that's obviously going to involve an abdominal incision and that's not going to work. I would pull it and then do a spinal if everything looked well and your history was well and your blood levels were fine and baby is okay and I have time to do a spinal. Then I'm going to take you back to the room, do a spinal very quickly, and then lay you flat and let them make incision. It is ultimately my choice with your surgeon, aka your obstetrician. Point is, there's no cut and dry answer to that. It just depends, just like everything else in medicine. Putting a full-term mama off to sleep obviously has its risks, and that's why we talk to you about that even when we consent you for an epidural. Got a